Guys, it has happened. I've been sponsored. Hello, and welcome back to Nails by Sora. I am Stephanie, otherwise known as Sora. My cat Soleil is down here wending her way between my legs as I'm recording this, but I can't believe it's only been a year. This channel is so far from 1,000 subscribers to make it laughable. Slowly creeping up little by little, day by day, but I reached out to Madam Glam to say that I love their product, I love them as a company, and I was hoping that we could work together, and they agreed. And they sent me some stuff. This video, while it's sponsored, it's a product sponsorship, so they sent me some products to try out. I'm still waiting for their UV lamp, which I'm very excited about because I would love to try their lamp and see how well it works with their products as well as some other products. But it's no secret that they are the #1 company that I use for gel polishes. I mean, you can see all of the polishes behind me. And behind me as I trip up over the cord for the ring light. But they're my favorite company. They are 21 free. They are vegan, cruelty free. And if you're unfamiliar with what 21 free means, it simply means that they're free of 21 of the harshest chemicals and byproducts in gel polishes and nail products as a whole. So not only did they send me some products that I'm going to go through in a little bit, but they also gave all of you a 35% discount. The link will be down below in the description box. Make sure that when you go to check out, you choose pay as you go. If you don't want to become a VIP member, the link will automatically populate the code, so you don't have to worry about entering it yourself unless you go to Madam Glam directly. Then you do have to enter Nails by Sora 35, which is the code for 35% off. And I'm really excited to use the products. I can't wait to receive the UV lamp. I thank Madam Glam so much for wanting to partner with me and considering me an influencer. And we're gonna go right into the unboxing, and then I'm going to do a little bit of nail art. I was originally going to do a full manicure, but I went and used green acrylic on my nails to build out extensions, and while I have every faith that the polish will cover completely over the green, I'm a little afraid that having to build up more layers will just make my nails way too thick, and I don't want to deal with building out new extensions. So I'm going to do it on nail stands, and we're going to go through some nail art, some nice ombre work, some spring florals, and we're going to get right into it. So thank you for joining me. Please give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available, and we're going to get right into the video. All right, so I may be doing this video over the course of 2 days, so if you see my sweater all of a sudden change, you know why. It is Friday right now as I'm filming this, and I've been up since 3 a.m. because I'm a pastry chef, and pastry chefs get up early. I won't use the word that I want to use. But so this is the package that I received. Everything you love at your fingertips, and I will have to heartily agree with that. Hello, glamorous. This is my card welcoming me and my inability to speak to the community. Explains that it is vegan. They don't use any animal-derived ingredients. They are 21 free, which is free from 21 most toxic chemicals found in nail polish, cruelty-free, and palm oil-free. So it's just, there's no two ways about it. This company is one of the best out there. I've never had a problem with their products, either with the longevity of their products, the ease of use. There's no weird smells. This is the top coat. You can see it's heads above all the ignore my cuticles, but it's heads above all the rest with how shiny it is. There's no tackiness or anything when it dries. It's completely it's a no wipe top coat. Now what I was surprised about is that when they send the kit, that you're allowed to choose 3 colors. It comes with the UV light, which was unfortunately back ordered, so they're gonna send it to me when it's available. And then they send a base coat and a top coat. So it's basically everything you need to do a full manicure. However, I was kind of surprised that they sent the regular soak off top coat, not the no wipe top coat. Not that that matters. It's the same shine, whether it's a no wipe or a regular top coat where you have to wipe the tacky layer off. Doesn't really matter. I'll use either one. So that came. I chose these beautiful spring colors. I wanted to make sure that I chose colors that I didn't already have, and believe me when I say I had basically every color you can think of. But I wanted this beautiful pinky peach and then this orangey pink, and I didn't really have a yellow. So I chose these colors because they can be blended into a beautiful sunset motif. They'll be great with a floral motif. So we're going to kind of combine those 2 ideas, and I'm going to do kind of like an ombre with accented flowers, alternating the colors between the nails so that they contrast. So that's what I received in this kit. And then I'd also ordered at the same time 2 blues that I didn't already have. So I'm really excited to use these in the future manicure. I'm going to swatch everything, even though you can really see what the colors look like in the swatches on top of the bottles. I'm going to swatch them anyway. Maybe. I'm on the fence about that because I don't think I have any swatch sticks. So if I swatch them, then I've swatched them. Maybe I'll swatch them. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you on that. You'll know before I do, or will you? And I got 2 new bottles of Velvet Matte Top Coat because I have literally been scraping the bottle of it. I have it in my little tilt stand because literally scraping the bottle. And I'm very excited to have now a new one and a backup for when I'm lame and I run out. So that is my brief Madam Glam haul. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tips and I'm just going to put them on a tip stand and I'm going to swatch the colors for you. So 3, 2, 1. All right, so I am breaking out my extra long coffin nails for this swatch party. I did buy them to do my caricature pieces because I found that I was running out of nail estate, as they say, when I wanted to do my my inspirations. So I decided to go for extra long tips just so that I would have more room to really get into the design of it. But I wanted to first of all express that while this is a sponsored video, they did not buy my review. It is a product for sponsorship. They did not pay me. My opinions are my own. And I would not post a video about them if I did not already love them. And as I said, I reached out to them as I've been doing my own nails for over a year now. And I think I've been using them since the very beginning. And I've never had a problem with them. Their gels are soak off. You can use them both at home and professionally. As I said, the colors are in the cap, so you don't even need to swatch them. You can see what they are just by looking at the cap or at the label. The labels match the cap. They're identical. So they're really a great company. The few times I've had to reach out to them for any number of reasons I can't even remember, I've never had an issue. Their customer service is wonderful. Their product is wonderful. And I just absolutely adore this company. So I can't recommend them any more highly than that. And from the rest of this video, I'm just going to show you the colors. And then we're going to get into a little bit of a design. I'm going to do 2 coats for each swatch. I will mention the names of these colors when I come back around to do the second swatch for the first 2. This one is I will tell you in a moment. Beautiful coral color. It is gentle coral. I'm gonna put this one back over here to come back around to. So Madame Glam's colors cure in either an LED or a UV light. My lamp currently is a 75 watt and I've never had any problems. This color is Bésame. Bésame mucho. Kiss me a lot. It's just Bésame. Kiss me. I think I had this one in a mini, and I'm very happy to have it in a full size. There was a color that I absolutely loved that I got in this past year's advent calendar, but they haven't made a full size out of it. I'm hoping they do. It's a very beautiful, bright electric blue, and I have it in a mini, but I'd love it in a full size. And this one is going to be Hero Turquoise. So I posted a gonna wait for that car to pass. I have my window open, so it's a little noisy. I posted a poll on my page the other day asking what everybody is looking for in future videos. I kind of do a lot of random stuff, whatever the mood strikes. If I see something online and I like it, I try to, you know, do something in that style, or it sparks an idea, or maybe I do challenge videos or cartooning. And I really love, I don't like to shoehorn this channel into anything specific. This is querida, by the way, which means dear in Spanish, as in, you know, love, dear. But yeah, I try not to be too specific with my channel because I don't want to get bored. And I've always been a master of, a jack of all trades, master of none, where I flip from idea to idea at any given moment. And yeah, so this channel is always going to kind of continue to evolve into different things. And I'm interested in what you want from it. Is there something that I haven't covered that you want to see? Something that I've only done once or twice that you want to see more of? Any color palettes that you want me to work with? Any design challenges? Or that's not a very even coating. That's my fault, not Madame Glam's. Any viral hacks that are going around right now that you want me to try? Just drop a note down below, let me know. Stand up in the lamp, don't fall down. Let me sneak this other one out of there. And we'll come back around to the second one, which I didn't name. This one is Belle Epoque. All very fancy foreign names. I always manage to miss the edges when I'm doing tips. I may have to do a manicure coming up, one of each color, because these are all stunning. And there's that random hair that I always seem to get. Okay, I'm gonna close this one up since we did our second one. Now I have to find space for this. Everything is arranged in rainbow order. Everything's gonna get moved. Okay, back to gentle coral. Close that one up. If you've been to my channel before, you know that I frequently knock things over. I would prefer not to do that with my gel colors, so I'm just going to make sure that everything is sealed when I'm done with it. So this Madame Glam, the consistency of their gel polish is a little on the thicker side, which I love, without being gloopy. It goes on very smoothly. Most of their colors, unless they're sheer colors or mirror colors, pretty much cover in one coat. And usually, unless you're dealing with their gel paints, they are a 60-second cure, 30 to 60 seconds. If you're doing gel paints, I would do 60 to 90. I lost my order. This was the second one. This one goes in here. And then for the last one, second coat, making sure to keep it out of the range of the UV light. So if you don't know, I also have an Instagram page. The name is the same, but the @ is slightly different. I just got gel polish on my finger. It is nails.by.sora. That will also be linked down below in the description box, along with the names of all these colors, the link to the website, the link to the website with my code, which again is nails by Sora 35. And now it's time to show you all the swatches. So I went ahead and top coated, and I wanted to make sure that I showed you what they looked like mattified as well as a glossy top coat. This is matte, this is glossy, and originally I was going to just do a manicure with these three, since those are the products that they sent me. Even though it is what I requested, I felt like I should do a manicure with the kit that I received, but I can't leave these two colors out. I love them too much. So I think I'm going to do, especially since we're going into June now and we're going into Pride and going from spring into summer, I want to bring in some of the brighter brights. So I'm going to use all 5 of these colors in the manicure, and we're going to get to that right now. All right, hello, welcome back. This is in fact day 2 for this video. So I've gone and I've taken down the profile a little bit of my nails. I am going to be doing gel on top. Actually, I've got a little bit of roughness from filing, but I'm going to be doing this manicure on my nails instead of on a stand, because I decided, since I'm going to be using all of the colors, excuse my ragged cuticles, we will clean that up. Since I am going to be doing all the colors, I'm going to put the blue as my background, which will cover quite nicely over the green. So as always, I'm just going to use nail dehydrator, which is basically isopropyl alcohol, which if you have isopropyl alcohol, you can use that. No need to go out and buy separate nail dehydrator if you don't want to. I'm going to focus on my left hand for this, since it uses my dominant hand, which is always easier. And then I'm going to go in with Bond, which is, this one is specifically for use with extensions or an overlay. You're not supposed to use it on your bare nails because it does burn quite a bit. But I'm going to start off with a base coat of clear, and then we're going to get right into ombreing with the 2 blues that I picked up. I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm using Madame Glam's base. I am going to let my nails dry a bit from the Bond, and then I'm going to put the base coat on, and then we're going to come back with the ombre. All right, so we're ready to go in with the base color. I'm going to ombre these 2 blues that I showed you earlier, and I'm going to start off with the darker blue down towards the cuticle. So I'm just going to wipe it off half of the brush. I'm going to wipe it off the inside the neck of the bottle, a little bit on the other side. And then I'm going to go in and push the gel towards the cuticle. And take a little bit more off my brush. Now we're going to do this in 2 passes, so if it doesn't cover completely in the first one, don't worry, because we're going to go in with a second coat. I'm just going to drag it a little bit up the nail and fade it out. I'm going to grab a cleanup brush to get along my cuticles. Where are you? A little bit of isopropyl alcohol. And now we're going to go with the lighter color. I'm going to push it right up against it. Okay, let's actually cover the entire nail, please. And now I'm going to take my ombre brush and I'm going to go back and forth. I'm focusing mostly on the horizon line where the 2 colors meet. I'm pulling it a little bit up towards the free edge and a little bit down towards the center of the nail, but I'm not really going past that. Wiping off my brush a little bit as I go. I'm going to clean up around my cuticles and my free edge so that I don't cure the gel on my skin, and then I'm going to go in and do a full cure. And then we'll go in for the second coat and refine it a little bit. All right, so that's coat 1. Going in for the second layer, just the same. I'm gonna make sure I cover this little spot that I left out. Going in with the dark color first and then a lighter one. I'm gonna take it a little bit further down. And then once again, start blending. Want to rotate your finger a little bit so that you get both sides. Once again, do a little bit of cleanup. I'm just going to cap my edge with the light blue a little bit to cover that green. Usually I don't cap my edges with the color because it bulks up the nail a bit, but since I do have green as a base, I want to make sure that I get rid of it as much as possible. And then I'm just going to go in with the detailer and touch up this edge a little bit. And now I'm going to do a full cure once again and move on to the next nail. So now all we have to do is repeat it on all 10 nails. I'm only going to do this next nail with you. Then I'm going to finish up the rest of this hand. And then we'll get on to the design. Now, when I'm doing this, going back and forth, I'm basically using the topmost part of the bristles. I'm not dragging it all the way across the nail. I'm using the tip to just kind of flick it back and forth and blend gently. I've seen others use application brushes and go vertically up the nail instead of horizontally across the horizon line. but I found that this really works best for me. Haven't done it too often, so if it looks a little rough and ragged, that's why. But I'm going to be going over it with the design also, so I'm not really too fussed about having it perfect. But if you're looking for a really smooth blend to where you can't see any lines, I would suggest, there's a bubble. I would suggest maybe creating a middle color on a palette, and that way you can have a specific color that you're placing on the nail with it that breaches the gap between the two. But it doesn't really matter too much. All right, I'm going to cure this finger. I'm going to go on and finish the rest of my hand, and then I'm going to come back. Actually, I'm going to cap the edge, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to get into some design work. Alrighty, so here we are. I've gone and matte top coated it so that we can go in and do some nail art. Makes it a little bit easier, a smooth surface without the inhibition layer. And I'm just going to decant the colors that I want to use onto my palette so that I can use a separate brush to go in and do the artwork. So we've got Querida, we've got Bella Poc, and we've got Gentle Coral. So I think I'm also going to put some blue on the palette because we're going to be doing flowers, and I want to accent with the background colors. So we've got, once again, Besame and Hero Turquoise. I'm going to start with the more difficult flower just because the other one is going to be easy to breeze through. And that's going to be a hibiscus. Thought of it without even going back. I want to use my ultra liner. Do I want to use my ultra liner? Or do I want to use a long liner? All of my brushes, let's see. Application brush, long liner. Just going to get my liner brush a little bit wet to loosen up the bristles. Just using a little isopropyl alcohol. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it through some clear gel. All right. So not only are we going to use the long liner, but we're also going to use a dotting tool. I love the Madame Glam dotting tool, but it's a little smaller than what I want to use. So I'm going to go for just a dotting tool that I got off of Amazon. I think I'm going to start with the yellow. And for the hibiscus, what you want to do is do 3 dots together. Then you're going to take your liner brush and you're going to drag them towards the center. You do want the color to fade out. And don't worry if you start to lose some definition in your dots, you can always put more in after you cure. Traditionally, I would do this with gel paint because it's a little thicker and tends to stay put. But I really want to use these colors. So I just took a little bit more color from my palette. You don't want to glob it on too thick though because it won't cure properly. So it's better to do thinner layers and build up the color as you go than to just dump it on. All right, I'm going to cure that and then we're going to move on to some accent colors. All right, so I'm thinking I'm going to go in with some of the coral. And just pull it out from the center. Why do I always have hairs on my bristles? Just want to bring up the opacity a little bit of the yellow. I'm gonna flash cure that because then I want to go in and do the center of the flower. Now I am going to use the background color, but I'm going to use the lighter blue, the Besame, and I'm going to go up towards the cuticle line so that the light color contrasts off of the dark color. So the center of the flower is pretty easy. You just roll the bristles of your brush in the color of choice. I'm gonna go up this way. Gets thicker as it goes towards the top. And then you just go in with your dotting tool. Go dot, 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 dot. And that is your hibiscus. So I'm not quite sure if I'm done with this nail or not, but I'm going to leave it alone for now to think on it because I don't want to have it be overkill. But I'm going to take a slightly larger dotting tool now to do some more flowers on my other nails. So we've got this one, and I'm gonna go in with the coral, and I'm just going to dot around, dot around. I do want to say that this manicure is heavily inspired by the Little Nail Room. You should definitely check her out. I will leave her information below. All right, I'm going to continue on with decorating these nails. I'm going to kind of just take it nail by nail and decide what I want to do as I'm doing it. I'm going to try not to go overboard, but we shall see. Okay, I'm gonna break in here because I decided I wanted to add a little bit of glitter. And I'm just lightly taking some on a blender brush and I'm adding it sparingly where I think it needs it. This is definitely the most involved manicure I've ever done, but I'm absolutely loving it. I will say that this glitter is not Madam Glam. Do we think the glitter is a bridge too far? I'm not really sure. I think I'm going to leave it, but you're going to have to let me know in the comments if you like it or not. I'm going to cure this, and then I am going to top coat. Well, I'm going to base, then I'm going to top coat, and then I'm going to move on to my other hand, and I will come back when it's all done. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. I hope you liked it. It certainly is a bit out of my comfort zone, and it may take a while for me to get used to it. It's very colorful. As of right now, I absolutely love it. I do want to try these flowers again with gel paints, as they're a little thicker and they're not going to bleed as much. But I love the colors that I chose. I love the colors that, all the colors that I've used in the past and ones that I will continue to use in the future. Madam Glam is a fantastic company, and I want to thank them once again for wanting to partner with me and considering me an influencer. Definitely click on that link below. Once again, it is Nails by Sora 35 for your discount. Click on the bit.ly link and it will take you, it will automatically populate that code, but be aware that if you do not select pay as you go, you will automatically be signed up for a membership, so that, or a VIP membership rather. So if that's not what you want, definitely select pay as you go. I'm finishing up with some cuticle oil. It's Elixir, also by Madam Glam. And that's going to wrap it up. All the information for the products I use will be in the description box. If you have any comments or questions, please put them down in the comments section below. Please give me a like and a subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you always know when new videos are available. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.